Welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and if this video has found you, there's a message in it you're supposed to hear at this time, big or small. So trust the timing. And when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What would you benefit from knowing about before it happens? Okay, we've got the Hierophant. So this is perhaps seeking a higher power for guidance or healing, or even a shaman could be, but usually it's of a religious expression. What else have we got? Could be dealing with Sagittarius. The Hierophant is a Sagittarius card. Hope you're doing well. Sunday, August 2nd. Okay, only going to pull one of these, but I got the Judgment card, so that's pretty auspicious following the Hierophant. So seeking a higher power, maybe asking for help and healing and having your prayers answered by like rising out of a previous, like a metaphorical death cycle, a lot of painful ending maybe, but it's over now. Now you are being healed by a higher power. Emotional, spiritual, psychological healing. Could be physical as well. That's great news. What else have we got? Whoa, y'all. Hello, auspicious. We got the High Priestess. So 3 majors, all related to spirituality, big time. The High Priestess. I don't know. I'll have to clarify that one. Okay, and we've got the Hermit as well. That's probably good enough for this first little row. All right, it looks like you are listening to your intuition and you're like not wavering. Something old might be trying to tempt you back into where you were before this judgment call came to pass, but you're just being like stoic, austere with the Hermit card. You're staying the course, and you're just like basically doing whatever it takes to heal. Clarify the Hierophant. We have the Three of Cups. This suggests that the need for healing had to do with associations with other people that you enjoyed being around. Clarify the Judgment. It looks like there was an end put to that, which is why we have the Judgment card here. Okay, or it was transformed in some way, doesn't resemble what it once did. We have the Two of Pentacles, clarifying the Judgment card, the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So this is, I'm going to take this position at first, but then we'll talk about some different ways that this could apply to different ones of you. But this is either yourself or whoever you're dealing with, maybe both of you at different times struggled to know how to proceed to resolve this situation. You might have brushed up against some incompatibilities and struggled because neither one of you were prioritizing the same things, and that makes it hard to build a life with people if you're not prioritizing the same things. Sorry. We have the Queen of Swords. So somebody drew a line in the sand and said, it's my way or the highway. But they didn't do it in a spiteful way. It was, I can't go on with things how they have been. And so if you can't get your priorities in check, then we're going to have to split ways, part ways. And they meant it, and they also had to suffer the consequence of that choice, but that was true for them. Could have been, I mean, I think it was probably you. I'm just speaking as if I'm like a third party. Okay, and then this could be you or who you're dealing with, but I'm taking this as if this is you. But after you spoke your truth and kind of gave an ultimatum, they had too many walls up that they couldn't let down. So they couldn't, like, you guys couldn't come together in a shared vision or what should be the priority. Could have been the relationship itself in a what you perceived as above board way. Like they obviously wanted to be in a relationship with you, but it might not have resembled what you needed due to their wall and fear. So this kind of suggests that they actually on some level wanted what you wanted, but they couldn't go there due to significant, like, cemented wounding from the past. And so they turned down your offer, or this could be them trying to still sequester getting their needs met without meeting you where you're at. All right, clarify the High Priestess. That's a bunch of cards, but I guess I will take them. We have the Empress, the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so the High Priestess was you listening to your intuition and like being completely loyal to yourself and what is best for you. The Empress is validating that. This shows you being at home with yourself and not letting fear drive your life. You trust that as long as you're following your inner compass, your conscience, your alignment, inner alignment, that you're going to get your needs met relationally and materially. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and this shows that you feel like you're in alignment, that you feel really good about the choices that you're making. You're experiencing a great deal of relief finally after a long period of feeling like you were in the dark. The Nine of Pentacles shows that you are independent enough to make this choice and you're enjoying your own company. This is Venus in Virgo. I have this here natally. So I don't know what it's like to not have Venus in Virgo. Actually, everyone is experiencing Venus in Virgo right now because that's where it is transiting. So maybe you can kind of get an experience for it, but it's like really delighting in solitude. Not feeling alone when you're alone, not feeling lonely when you're alone. The Eight of Wands is you having good boundaries. You are finding it easy for some reason, probably, well, because of this Judgment card. You went through so much pain that you're just not doing that to yourself anymore. There's no promise of illusion or any kind of a dream that is worth the amount of pain you had to go through to have this judgment level of transformation. So you are having good boundaries. And then the Five of Pentacles is you're in that kind of, I don't have a good word for it because purgatory is not exactly right, but you have left a life that you once felt very comfortable navigating. The life itself definitely wasn't comfortable, which is why you had to leave it, but there's sanctuary right around the corner. You know that better, like even though you've kind of left all of your old safety and security behind, you're trusting and confronting, you're actually testing that in real time finally, and you have what it takes to do it. You know that, there's sanctuary right around the corner, and that's where you're headed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, let's clarify the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo, card 2. Okay, so clarifying the Hermit is the Devil card. So this is the reason. So I already pretty much covered this, but it was about how painful this was, the pull, the temptation, the illusion of the past. And now you've had your Phoenix rising from the ashes moment with the Judgment card. You're listening to your intuition fiercely and unwaveringly, and you're you know it's better to be alone than to be with someone who causes you harm. And you also don't want to harm them either. Like you realize, due to your incompatibility, you don't want to have to erase yourself in order to make them comfortable. And you know that not erasing yourself will hurt them. And so you're not, like, you're just basically letting them go through the consequences of how you both arrived here. There were consequences on both sides. You're willing to confront your consequences, and you're letting them confront the consequences on their own as well without rescuing them. And you're not doing it out of spite. You're not like reveling in their suffering or anything. You're just like, well, this is how we got here. Not necessarily anyone's fault, just how it is. It was too painful and it's done. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. If something I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.